Hello, Northern Virginia. This is the inaugural episode of Nova Weekend Warriors, focused on runners, athletes, and outdoor enthusiasts in the Northern Virginia area. I'm Meg Donnelly, a licensed massage therapist here in Herndon, Virginia, and which is in the Northern Virginia area. And I focus on, you guessed it, weekend warriors. But this podcast is not about my experience or my expertise as a licensed massage therapist. This podcast is that I'm creating is going to be a platform for people who would like to share their stories of fitness with a broader audience. You can expect this broadcast to sometimes be just me. Sometimes it will be pre-produced on a video. Sometimes it will only be a podcast. Much of the time, though, I will be talking with some of the locals in the area, speaking about their own paths to fitness, speaking about why they do, what their challenges are, and their victories. On Wednesdays and Sundays, we will have the program up at about 8 p.m. On Wednesdays, you can expect about a 15 to 20-minute broadcast with interviews and more. On Sundays, like today, expect a shorter 5-minute broadcast with a quick story or a quick tip, all centered around weekend warriors and their activities that they love. Let's call Sunday's subtitle Sunday Shortcuts. I thought since others will be sharing on this platform that I would share one of my recent experiences as well. So today's Sunday Shortcut is going to be how the power of virtual tribe, having a virtual tribe, is transforming my own path to fitness as I gear up to running once again after a lapse. This story, again, is about the online platforms and the tribes that we create through online platforms. If you love a good group run, go for it. Having that personal interaction is fabulous. But if you don't, I still encourage you to join a group's online platform, whether it's their Facebook group, their meetup group, or they have another way of connecting with others virtually. So for me, I belong to a few different Facebook groups and meetup groups that revolve around running and fitness in general, especially in the local area. But I do most of my running and walking solo, as I rarely join in the actual group runs that these groups are based around. So I'm going to segue for a moment and just put a side note in. I'm totally a walking contradiction because I just said that sentence, but wanted to let you know that I am trying to step outside of my comfort zone and go on more group runs. And one of the ways I'm doing that is I just started the women's training program with Reston Runners. They meet once a week. And so I will be doing group runs very, very soon. Now, although I don't join in the group runs often yet, what I have found out is just by engaging with the groups online, I'm actually more likely to engage in activities, whether it's solo or as a group, and push myself a little bit as well. So today was one of those days. As I said, I'm just getting back to running, and I wanted to find a few new paths that I hadn't done in the past, and that were good for those starting back up again. So I posted on a couple of those Facebook groups we just talked about. And to my surprise, multiple people ended up recommending the Herndon Parkway loop. This is a 6.5 mile loop around Herndon. And with me just starting out, I'm walking most of the time. I thought, oh, they think I'm way better conditioned than I am. But so many people had recommended it, I decided to go for it. And when all was said and done, including the walk from my home to Herndon Parkway, the loop, and back again, I ended up completing a total of 9.5 miles. That is the longest mileage that I can remember completing in a long time. Again, not a lot for a seasoned runner, but for someone that's getting back into it, I was extremely happy. I never would have tried this if it hadn't been for the suggestions from other runners and walkers, many of whom never met me before, but they had confidence in me, even though I was just getting back into the swing of things. So after a sluggish morning, I ended up going on that, I ended up getting those miles in, and I feel amazing today. I feel confident. I'm excited to try the next recommendation from the group. My virtual tribe, the runners and walkers within the Facebook group that I belong to, are responsible for this. I really have to thank each and every one of them. And I encourage those of you who are listening and watching to join a group or two online if you haven't already. It's going to push you. It's going to encourage you. It's just such a wonderful feeling. So there's my Sunday shortcut. And now what I'd really love is to hear from all of you. Tell me what your fitness-related groups that you belong to are. What success stories do you have to tell? Let me know in the comments on my Facebook page, or you can send them to me via private message, or go to my website at massagetherapybymeg.com/podcast. And there'll be a section where you can leave your notes there as well, either privately or publicly. So, okay, weekend warriors of Northern Virginia, thanks for checking out my first episode. I hope to see you back here on Wednesday at 8 p.m. It sounds like I'm going to have a really wonderful guest lined up. So until then, have a great week, and I hope you accomplished all of your challenges. Bye.